Could Jonah Ellis become the next great edge rusher for the Denver Broncos? In my lifetime of both being a fan of the Denver Broncos and covering the Denver Broncos, we've had some very special edge rushers in the building, from Elvis Dumervil to Von Miller to Bradley Chubb when healthy. The Broncos have had some really amazing players at that position, but right now, they have a bunch of second-tier edge rushers on their roster, a bunch of Robins, but no true Batman. They haven't had a Batman edge rusher since prime Von Miller. Somebody who can consistently get in the face of the quarterback, somebody who can consistently get production with pressures, not necessarily sacks, but pressures. The sacks come secondary to that, but just consistently being able to affect the play and be a shop wrecker up front. The Broncos haven't had that type of player in a long time. A true difference maker, a true game wrecker who can destroy an entire game plan just by his mere presence on the field. The Broncos have a bunch of Robin edge rushers with Baron Browning, with Nick Bonito, with Jonathan Cooper. Can Jonah Ellis finally stand out as a Batman amongst the Robins? So if we look at his pass rush grade from 2023 per Pro Football Focus, 90.1, that was in the top percentile amongst pass rushers. What brings Jonah Ellis down a little bit, though, is he's pretty average against the run, slightly above average, I guess. This colored dot right here is the percentile, and blue means you're in the top percentile, gray means you're just kind of in the mid percentile. His run stop rate was slightly below average at 5.7, but his pass rush win rate, that's very hard to get out, is actually again towards the top percentile here, and his true pass set pass rush grade also really, really high. So Jonah Ellis is somebody who makes an impact as a pass rusher, and he's only gotten better as his career has gone on in college. Last year, 334 pass rushing snaps, 13 sacks, 2 hits, 24 hurries, and 2 batted balls. 217 run defense snaps, so you can see that his run defense production has gone up in terms of snaps every single season. And then you look at his snaps by alignment. He was lining up in the B gap sometimes for Utah. 38 snaps over the B gap, 30 snaps over the tackle, and then 490 snaps, so a majority out wide as a 9 technique edge rusher, 7 technique edge rusher, whatever you want to call there. So yeah, he was outside quite a bit, and that's obviously the role that he's going to fill in this 3-4 Broncos defense. And with this high level of production in college and the fact that he was able to get better and better as his career went on, I have a lot of confidence that Jonah Ellis can step up and maybe become that Batman edge rusher for the Denver Broncos. But his lack of consistency in run defense is something to monitor. That might hold him back a little bit, much like it's held back a guy like Nick Bonito, who is extremely ineffective against the run. He's a great third down pass rusher, and that's what his role will be next year, but there's a reason why you can't play Nick Bonito on early downs, because you can't use him in run defense. Jonah Ellis at least seems like you can use him. He's not the greatest run defending edge rusher on the planet, and that was an underrated element of a guy like Von Miller, for example. Von Miller was not only a great pass rusher, he was also a really, really solid run defender, and that allowed him to become such a great player in the NFL. Jonah Ellis is going to have to get better as a run defender, or any of the Broncos edge rushers, if they want to step up and become that Batman, they're going to have to get better as run defenders. I think that right now our best 2 run defending edge rushers are Jonathan Cooper and Baron Browning. That's why I believe they will ultimately be the starters. But having Jonah Ellis and Nick Bonito next year as third down pass rushing specialists, I think they can get a lot of production, because who do you slide the line towards? Do you slide it towards Jonah Ellis, or do you slide it towards Nick Bonito? You can't be right at the end of the day, because one of those guys, if they're both on the field at the edge, are probably going to get a one-on-one matchup. If not, then you're clearing things up for John Franklin Myers or Malcolm Roach or somebody on the interior to wreck shop if they divert all of their attention on offense to the edge rushers. This is a good problem for the Denver Broncos to have. Hopefully, Jonah Ellis will step up and become that true number one pass rusher that the Denver Broncos need. But if not, for sure, the Broncos got a really damn good third down pass rushing specialist. All right, Broncos country, how do you guys feel about Jonah Ellis' prospects for his role on this Broncos defense? Do you think that he will become that true Batman pass rusher? Drop those comments down below, guys. I would love to hear your thoughts, as always. Be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are two free and easy ways to show your support, helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out, and helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country just like you and me. And until next time, guys, I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.